Hi there, and welcome to Excel Tutorials with Tom. I'm a 26-year-old guy who works in corporate finance for a Fortune 500 company, and I am way too comfortable with Excel. But I wasn't always like this. I had to learn a lot on the job and spent many hours frustrated, not knowing how to make Excel work the way I wanted. I decided to make some video tutorials for people who want to be better and more efficient within Microsoft Excel for whatever reason. Maybe you just want to boost your resume touting Excel proficiency on it. Maybe you're a senior in college who just locked down their first job by lying about this Excel proficiency, and now you realize you actually have to learn it. Either way, I'm not here to judge, but to help you learn. In this tutorial, we are going to be using data tables to create a sensitivity analysis. Sensitivity analyses can be useful when you are trying to determine how different variables interact and change your final result. Today we are using a basic P&L for a product that you sell. We have our revenue, our cost of goods sold, our profit margin, and our percent profit margin. Since this is a basic P&L, it's easy to see how changing variables affect our margin. If we raise revenue, our percent profit will rise. If we raise COGS, our percent profit will fall. But what if we wanted to view the percent profit margin for a variety of different revenue levels and COGS levels? We could look at the table to the right and plug in the specific numbers to our P&L and mark down the answers for each combination. But that seems tedious and inefficient. Instead, we can create a data table to populate all these values at once. To do this, we want to set up a table similar to the one shown. On one axis, you will put the potential values for one of the variables you want to test. In this case, across the top, I have varying levels of revenue that I would like to test. And down the side, I have differing levels of COGS. The final piece of setup is to set the top left cell of the table equal to the output cell you want to test. In this case, we want to see how percent profit margin changes with revenue and COGS. So we will set the outline cell, G4, equal to cell C7, because C7 will change as we adjust revenue and COGS in our initial P&L. Now that we have the table formatted correctly, let's highlight the entire table from the top left result cell to the bottom right, making sure that all of the values we want to test are included. After highlighting, we'll go to our toolbar and select the Data tab, followed by What If Analysis, and finally, we'll choose Data Table. A pop-up will appear asking for a row input cell and a column input cell. Excel is asking you what cells in the worksheet you want to change with these potential values in the table. For row input cell, we look at the values across the top of our table. They are our revenue values, so the cell we want to change is the revenue value in our initial P&L, which is cell C4. For the column input cells, we look at the left side of our table, which holds our COGS values. So we will choose cell C5 since that is the COGS value from the initial P&L. Now, we'll click OK and the table will populate. I'll calculate the sheet and we'll see the correct values for each pair of revenue and COGS. As a test, we'll input $5.50 for revenue and $2 for COGS into our initial P&L, and we'll see a percent profit margin of roughly 64%. We can go look at the table and see that it is also returning 64%, so we can feel confident that our sensitivity analysis is working. One final thing I like to add for sensitivity analysis is a bit of conditional formatting to help paint a better picture. So I'm going to highlight the output section of our analysis and go to the toolbar and select the Home tab. Then I'll choose Conditional Formatting and go to Color Scales. There are a bunch of different options, but I'll choose the one with green as the largest positive numbers and red as the lowest numbers. There are a ton of cool things you can do with conditional formatting, so I highly suggest you take a look at it if you haven't before and figure out some good ways to spice up your reports. But that's going to be all from me this time. So thanks for watching this video, everyone. If you have any questions about the content, please comment below and I'll reply as soon as possible. Additionally, let me know if there are any specific Excel formulas that you'd like me to make a tutorial on. Finally, please like the video and subscribe to my channel to be updated whenever I put out a new tutorial. Thanks, and see you next time.